anticipated contest in the ring right now. Up-and-comer, newcomer, Kenny Omega taking on the only man to ever hold the double crown here in Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, and the only man to ever hold it twice, El Generico, the generic luchador. Kenny Omega still with his t-shirt on for some reason, I'm not sure why, but El Generico there. Collar and elbow tie-up. Kenny Omega goes behind. El Generico breaks free of the waist lock, isolates the left arm of Omega. Omega comes through. Generico comes through. Head scissors on Generico by Omega. And John Ian, is John Ian passing me a note? I don't know. Ask somebody backstage. I'm doing commentary, John Ian. That's okay. John Ian asking me if there's going to be an intermission tonight. I'm not actually sure, but Kenny Omega, I missed what happened because I was talking to John Ian. So we'll start from scratch here. Blank slate. Generico and Kenny Omega, again, collar and elbow tie-up this time. Kenny Omega isolating the left arm of El Generico. Generico looked like he was going to reach for that frop of hair on top of Kenny Omega's head, but thought the better of it. Generico, of course, really wants this match to be his key to open up Los Angelitos de El Generico, his orphanage in his home city of Tijuana, Mexico. Kenny Omega, though, of course, he hates orphans, and so that, much like Chuck Taylor hates orphans, Kenny Omega is no fan of orphans as well. And Chris Hero actually coming to join me on the commentary booth. I thought John Ian was going to come join me, but instead he just had to ask me a question. Hey, Chris Hero, Pro Wrestling Guerrilla World Champion Chris Hero joining me on commentary.
How's it going, Excalibur?
Not bad. How are things going for you?
Pretty good. I heard Kenny Omega's music and I was on the toilet.
Oh.
I decided to start dancing.
Oh, did the toilet break?
Yeah, no, it just became a whole situation. Look at that. Wait.
Kenny Omega.
What is that shirt he's wearing?
I don't know. It's some psychological warfare here against El Generico. Goes up and over, breaks free of the arm lock. And Kenny Omega in a pose down with El Generico.
What is going on? I leave PWG for a couple months.
Oh, the iPhone! PWG senior official Rick Knox. He's not disqualifying Kenny Omega for the eye poke. It is the referee's discretion. And you do leave PWG for a couple months and you got riffraff like Kenny Omega in here.
What is this, Street Fighter 4?
Street Fighter 4 just recently come out for video game consoles. Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, soon to be on the personal computer. I hope Capcom does give me a nickel for every time I mention that in this matchup. Kenny Omega reverses out from El Generico. Generico rolls through arm drag, takes Omega for a ride, and hangs on to the left arm of Kenny Omega.
I think you'd be hard-pressed to find two more explosive professional wrestlers today.
Very true. And Chris Hero, if you don't mind, bring the microphone a little closer to your mouth. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, I am now deafened. If that's not a word, I just made it up. And Kenny Omega trying to blinden El Generico there. Chris Hero.
I'm embarrassed.
This match is fraught with technical mishaps. And El Generico putting out a technical clinic there as he throws Rick Knox into an overdrive. El Generico blinding. El Generico didn't see Rick Knox. Now he realizes his error only too late. Another eye poke. Kenny Omega really doing a number. Oh, Hiroshi Hase, eat your heart out. They don't teach you how to do that in the Japanese diet.
Oh, what a smug look on the face of Kenny Omega.
Kenny Omega, of course, a big Halo 3 fan. Ask him about it. Send him a MySpace message about it if you don't believe him. A fan of the teabagging. It's true. Send him a MySpace message, Chris Hero. Don't give me that look.
All right.
Kenny Omega apologizing to Rick Knox for throwing him to the Wolves. The Wolves known as El Generico. Offering his handshake. Don't do it, Rick Knox. This can only end badly. Kenny Omega now putting the boots to El Generico, stopping a Winnipeg mud hole in the generic luchador. Kenny Omega, he is no stranger to the antic, and he is in full force here tonight. Or the antics are in full force here tonight.
Yes, plural.
Plural. Look, he's got a tight hold on the mask. Those tassels. Oh, look at this! The Three Stooges block! El Generico found Kenny Omega's weakness. His kryptonite.
Mikey fight!
Oh, look at this fight! Pulling the shirt over her head. Rick Knox is going to allow it. Those fists probably aren't closed. Big face smash into the top turnbuckle. And Kenny Omega.
What is going on?
Kenny Omega, big fan of the Winnipeg Jets. Loves the Jets as a youth. And now he is distraught that the Jets are.
Oh, everybody wants the Street Fighter shirt. Every single person.
Is it because it's a Street Fighter shirt or because it's a Kenny Omega shirt? From Kenny Omega's personal wardrobe. Kenny Omega does not want to lose that shirt. It is an heirloom in the Omega household. The fans stomping on pounding on the ring.
Is that an attempted eye poke?
Kenny Omega was actually going to administer a double sledge from behind, but El Generico caught wind of it, and he cut Kenny Omega off before he could do it. Now offering the handshake. Again, always a bad idea to do it. Oh, look at this, El Generico giving Omega a taste for his own medicine. He was going for the low blow there, but Generico, again, one step ahead of him. Oh, he just punched him on the kneecap. He just punched him on the kneecap.
Oh, man. That's actually shin.
That is a dastardly move. Oh, look at this. He's tied him up with the T-shirt. Rick Knox giving the 5 count. Throws him across the ring with the T-shirt. Now Generico going up to the top. Gonna land some right hands to the forehead of Kenny Omega. No, Kenny Omega blocked the last one. Oh, the leg lariat. I was going to say, the 9 punches don't have quite the power as the 10 punches, as I'm sure you know all too well, Chris Hero, but the leg lariat is the great capper for those 10 punches. Generico, though, one step ahead of Kenny Omega, who is one step ahead of El Generico, so I believe that makes El Generico 2 steps ahead of himself.
And especially several steps ahead of the foe, El Generico, in the crowd with UCLA.
I believe you mean Fox, El Generico.
Fox.
Like Guy Fawkes.
Like Rick Fox.
Rick Fox, former LA Laker.
He was also in Oz first.
That's true, yes, he was. I remember that. Kenny Omega says he doesn't need El Generico's help getting back into the ring. He can do it his own damn self. Bit of a stalemate here. Kenny Omega very slowly. He does not want El Generico to take advantage of him. Oh, look at this. The chase around the ring post. And Kenny Omega, went for the elbow drop. Telegraphed it. El Generico with the focus attack dash cancel. And the big crossbody off the top. Hook of the leg. 2 count only. Generico only got a 2 count, and Chris Hero, you've got a big test ahead of you later on tonight as you take on Human Tornado in the rematch, the highly anticipated rematch from your PWG World Championship title, Guerrilla Warfare Steel Cage match at Left During Wartime. The stipulations aren't quite as wordy as that previous match, but the stakes are no less high.
It seems like Human Tornado has everything to gain tonight, and I have everything to lose, because if he loses tonight, no big deal, right? He's got an injured knee.
Well, supposedly, he says he's fully recovered, but he was supposed to be out for a year, up to 16 or 18 months, I believe.
You know as well as I know that when you are a full-time professional wrestler, it just kind of creeps into your blood, injury or not, and you find yourself willing to do ridiculous things, and I think that's what that is tonight.
Chop to the chest from El Generico, and is the knee? I mean, he's not going to hear this commentary. Is the knee going to be something that you focus on?
Not immediately. I think I'm a good enough wrestler that I don't have to
resort to antics like Kenny Omega, where he pulls senior official Rick Knox in harm's way. Another eye poke. Kenny Omega is if El Generico is not blinded now or before, Facebuster just drives him down. 1, 2. Generico
is consistent. He's very consistent.
He is, and
he's consistently gay.
Wow. Do you mean that in the homosexual way or the quote-unquote bad way?
A bit of column A.
A bit of column
A bit of column B.
And perhaps a little bit of column C, to the unknown.
What is this? Is he
Kenny Omega? He's pull starting. It's like a. I believe it's a chainsaw. Like. Oh no! He's chainsawing El Generico across the face with his forearm bone. Oh, the eye rake on Generico. Kenny Omega really taking it to the only man, I mentioned this before, the only man to be the double crown champion here in PWG twice. He's the only man to be it once, but he was actually double crown champion twice. PWG World Tag Team Champion and PWG World Champion. And so it's a tall order for Kenny Omega. And is that something perhaps that you'd like to repeat, or are you content being PWG World Champion? You'd have to take on the Young Bucks and find yourself a partner, actually.
Yeah, good point. Right now I'm just focused on defending the title and being the best PWG champion that I can be.
That's good. I like to hear that. And now Kenny Omega, with the head scissors applied, El Generico, though, rolls his way to the ropes, forcing the break as Rick Knox gives the count. Kenny Omega, clean break. That's first time for everything.
El Generico's been taking a beating this match.
He has, and is what can you do to come back from an eye injury? Especially 2 eye injuries. El Generico receiving end of a backbreaker from Kenny Omega. Now Omega comes on top and oh, look at this. It was just a ruse to set up El Generico for that choke. El Generico, though, not taking too kindly to it, chops him in the chest, but Kenny Omega does him one better. Knocks him back down to the canvas with the elbow. I believe Legion Larry's preparing to do a run-in in this matchup.
He's
poised.
Is he scouting?
Perhaps. El Generico, Kenny Omega could be on his list as Legion Larry puts in his bid for the PWG World Championship. Would you defend your title against Legion Larry?
I would, but I think he's a better manager. He reminds me of a young Oliver Humperdinck.
I was going to say, a young chic Adnan El Casey. Now Kenny Omega, receives a forearm to the face, but El Generico is a little worse for wear after all the punishment he's been taking. Boot to the midsection might have caught Generico a little below that red waistband.
He doesn't even wrestle for TNA, and that was a hell of a TNA kick.
That's true. And now El Generico catches Kenny Omega with the back elbow. With the boot to the face.
The double jump.
Conrado takes down Kenny Omega. Omega, you can see his head is spinning as Generico back body drop sends Kenny Omega for a ride off the ropes. Clothesline, or was that a double sledge to the forehead? Took Kenny Omega up and over the top rope. Forehead to the floor. I'm combining words just because it's more efficient with the action so fast to call.
We're gonna see a combination of bodies in a minute.
El Generico, he was not saved by the Fox El Generico. Guy Fox El Generico in the crowd did not save El Generico as Generico came crashing down on Kenny Omega and I believe might have collided with one of the chairs at ringside as well. Perhaps the chair vacated by faux El Generico. Kenny Omega.
I thought there was a meeting of minds. I thought they were going to do a little mime show.
He's trapped in the invisible box. Kenny Omega is after that the Tope Con Hello by El Generico is just trying to shake the cobwebs out. Generico, big splash, hook of the leg, 2, no, almost a 3 count, but Kenny Omega able to kick out.
Kenny Omega was incredibly close to the corner, so El Generico jumped straight up.
And that your momentum going up and down is a little more impactful, if I could make up another word, than it is if you're going across. You hit a little harder. Kenny Omega, beautiful counter. Generico caught in a hurricanrana of Kenny Omega's own. He's got him set up. Hot dog, no. Reversal 1, 2, no. Kenny Omega kicks out at 2. Generico goes through. Beautiful Dr. Bomb. 1, 2, no. Generico kicks out. Or Liger Bomb, not Dr. Bomb. They all end the same.
Yes. It was a bomb of some sort. A a split-legged bomb.
That's right. And Kenny Omega he's dished out a lot of punishment to El Generico, but as you know as well as anybody, Chris Hero, El Generico is as tough as they come. He is extremely resilient, and Kenny Omega, he might have to dig deep into his arsenal. Rolling soul butt to the midsection.
Shades of Sano Naoki. And
Got him in, Michinoku driver 2. No, Omega kicks out 2.8. If that was very nearly a 3 count, I was going to say Kenny Omega might have to dig deep into his arsenal, pulling out the Kreutz Wrath, or perhaps the Avalanche style Kreutz Wrath, or perhaps he might Kota Ibushi might do a run-in, and they might hit the Golden Shower.
Or Legion Larry.
Legion Larry and Kenny Omega might hit the Golden Shower in El Generico. Goes for the brainbuster. Kenny Omega, though, had it well scouted. Oh, he's got him up. This is the start of the Kreutz Wrath. Kenny Omega's beautiful German suplex finishing maneuver. Stop! Into he just rattles El Generico. Uh-oh. Omega's got him set up. He's wiggling. Oh, the neck breaker takes El Generico down. 1, 2, no! Very nearly a 3 count.
Hanging on to the chin of El Generico.
And not going down to the canvas, using his body as almost like a guillotine to put that pressure.
Beats break.
Smash El Generico. 1, 2, no! Generico, unbelievable resilience from the former PWG World Champion El Generico.
Rick Knox's hand may have touched the mat there, but he is
El Generico. That was a 2.99 if there ever was one. I think El Generico kicked out before Rick Knox's hand officially hit the mat, and that's I believe the judgment call that Rick Knox is making here.
Kenny Omega is not pleased.
Kenny Omega shoves Rick Knox.
Untucking his shirt in the process.
Knox.
His front tuck is not immaculate at this moment.
PWG senior official Rick Knox. This is not something Kenny Omega wants to do. Rick Knox being sent to the ropes. Kenny Omega goes for the clothesline. Rick Knox ducks. El Generico, Halloumi kick by El Generico. The Halloumi kick. This entire building is on their feet. Turnbuckle brainbuster. Deep cover. 2, 3. Chris Hill, have you ever before seen anything quite like that?
Yes! But not quite like this. If that makes sense.
It does. Rick Knox with the moral victory. El Generico with the literal victory. Chris Hero, thank you for joining me here on commentary, albeit a little late. Good luck in your match tonight against Human Tornado.
Hey, don't put the microphone in your mouth.
I won't. I'll try to avoid that.